Hey guys, welcome to Shade Soup. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Monday. Happy and blessed new week, y'all. It is Monday, May the 5th, 2025. I told you guys on Friday I would be back on Monday and cover this Diddy's trial. So y'all, I just got back home. I had to go get a massage and go to the chiropractor. And I was like, let me go ahead and do this day one coverage of Diddy's jury selection real quick. So we definitely won't be in here but an hour to go over this. So thank you again for tuning in. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Welcome to everybody who watches this in the replay. And I'm glad to see you guys. All right. Let me go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be in my comment area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen right now, okay? All right. If you guys enjoyed this content today, make sure you thumbs it up. Also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment as well. I don't know what's wrong with my other phone, why it won't open up my channel on it. So anyway, so hey Jermaine, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for stopping in and being here. I know you at work as well, but thank you so much for coming. Jermaine said like, comment, and share and subscribe. Y'all don't forget, if you want to get a membership, it's $4.99 each month. Or if you don't want to get a membership, you can do a super sticker or a super chat of any amount, or you can do a Cash App donation to $Shades2. All donations and everything are used to pay for expenses of this channel, and thank you in advance. Okay. All right. So let me take this down. First thing first, guys, let's get ready to talk about Diddy's jury selection and some shocking things that were revealed and everything. So we're going to go over that. Before I talk about it, let me let y'all go ahead and watch these videos real quick regarding the jury selection. Okay. And let me just tell y'all one thing. Y'all remember when I kept on saying it's hard for me to believe that I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's hard for me to believe that the jury would not know anything about Sean Diddy's case or seeing anything, in the media, regarding all of this stuff. Anyway, the jury spoke. So I pretty much was right. I was trying to figure out how the heck would they, not know anything about this. And it's all over the news. I mean, even in different countries. Come on now. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. This is kind of strange. I didn't think that the jury was supposed to know certain things, but I guess anything goes in this case. So we are going to go ahead and look at this video first. I just got this crazy phone up. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to mute this music right here, and we're going to watch these videos first. I need to make sure it's showing correctly. So I'm looking at my other screen. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. Share screen. Share. And I already have it pulled up. So we're going to go right into it, you guys. So let's hear this first. With this, what we're saying here, okay?
Now, the judge in there was talking about a Dr. Own who was going to be testifying to the effects of the GHP that Diddy was using. But the judge was very specific. He could not give opinions on any effects on Diddy because he was not an expert and he didn't have any experience with Diddy doing that. Now, this was funny in there. They said it's the United States against Sean Combs, but then they said also known as Diddy, P. Diddy, Puff, DD, Love. And another thing that was funny, just to show you, I mean, this is a jury of your own peers. Not all of them are the most brilliant because the judge said, can you raise your right hand and you swear to God? And then the judge goes, you need to raise your right hand because the person was raising their left hand. So it's kind of funny. And I don't know about this, but do you see these jailhouses behind me? Is this possibly where the diddler is being stored? I don't know. People are starting to come out. As you can see, Patriots, I made my promise. I told you I would come all the way from LA to be here on the ground for you. That's right, because being president of TikTok and the #1 comedy journalist comes with some big some big shoes to fill, and I couldn't do it without the support of you guys.
That's
I got
good,
recognized here when I went in the court building by another media outlet, so that is good. You guys and your support is working, and my growth is working. So thank you guys so much. I pray for all of you guys, and please send me love and safety. Love you guys. Secret Service Sam.
Okay. Well, okay, Secret Service, Sam, good job, good job. So anyway, so he did just say they went by all of Diddy's names, which, I mean, that is not unusual. You know what I'm saying? When these people be up here with all these different names, the alias names, they're going to put everything, because if they don't, it's easy for them to say, oh, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, Sean Combs, Sean, Diddy. I think I said Diddy already. What else? I think those are all the names that he has went by. It's a lot. So they definitely have to go ahead and say all of those names. And then it was funny, when he said that people, were raising their wrong hand. I think it's not that they are not intelligent. I think sometimes people, honestly, a lot of people do that. You can tell people to make a right turn and they go left. Okay, I just think that's a natural reaction that people do. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't really think that marks their intelligence. It's just that people do that normally, and maybe they were kind of wasn't really listening or scared. I don't know. People do it for many different reasons. Okay, so that was nice that he was able to go there. That's a good thing. Let's see what some of these people are saying. Some people said justice for all the victims. First of all, like I always say, we need to see everything that the feds have once the actual trial starts, when they start testifying and things like that. All right, before we start seeing, things. I mean, some things we do know, but I just like to wait for real, because now that the trial is starting, we might as well wait to see, what's going to go down. All right, so let's see what else we got here in TikTok universe. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Okay, let's see. So let's see what Perez Hilton is saying. Okay,
let's go. Hello, my friend. Perez here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and the federal trial against disgraced music mogul Diddy began today. He still has to contend with the near 100 civil complaints against him, but today we are dealing with the major charges of trafficking, racketeering, and... Hey, Marky, that's Diddy's lawyer. One of them,
he has a lot of lawyers.
Mark Agnifilo has added yet another lawyer to his team, Xavier Donaldson. The more the merrier. Take him for all he's worth.
Boy, stop.
Jury selection began today, but before that, it was quite the scene outside of the courthouse. Unfortunately, this trial will not be televised, but I will be covering it for you regularly, so make sure you're following. There were literally dozens of people hoping to get a spot in that federal courtroom today. In fact, journalists even paid people to wait in line for them.
They still couldn't get there.
And once the main courtroom was full, everybody else went to an overflow room. If you're not aware, this trial is expected to take 2 months. And I would like to believe that that is a win for Diddy, because I would think, and I could be wrong here, I would think that the length of this trial would lead the jury to skew older. A lot of retired people. People who maybe don't have as many preconceived notions about Diddy. And today, jury questioning already began. The judge is aiming to have a jury of 12 with 6 alternates, and he is questioning the entire potential pool individually. The judge told all prospective jurors that if there was something they did not want to say in open court, they may answer out of earshot, and the transcript will only be visible to the parties themselves. Potential jurors were held in a separate courtroom, and they went in one by one to see Judge Subramanian. There, they reviewed a binder containing a list of people and places relevant to the case. Prior to that, they were also given a questionnaire that they had to answer. If they have answered that they have direct or indirect experience concerning the charges, for example, being the victim of DV or having a close family member, then the judge asks them if they can be fair in their assessment of the facts of the case. The first prospective juror, known as juror number 2, said they had heard of some of the people on a list of hundreds of individuals who may be mentioned at trial. These individuals are Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers.
What? How
are Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers linked to Diddy and this mess? That is unclear, but they are somehow tied to this latest saga. Mike Myers, Austin Powers, and Michael B. Jordan. Wakanda.
We don't know.
Not forever. The juror said that nothing about his familiarity with those individuals would prevent him from being fair and impartial. The context in which Jordan and Myers and the other people may be mentioned at trial is not yet known. Juror number 2 also said that his sister had been physically assaulted by her first husband, but that experience would not prevent him from being fair.
Mm-hmm.
Several jurors were obviously excused, including one who shared that a family member had experienced similar subject matter to the case and that it would be difficult for them to sit through this trial. Another juror was excused after saying they had previously seen a damning image of Combs.
I told you guys.
What damning image did they see? And yet another was excused as they had just started a new job at a hotel.
Let me stop this right here, Perez, real quick. I told you guys, I'm going to come back to him in a second, but I told you guys that it's going to be kind of difficult for people not to know who this dude is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be difficult for them not to have seen all of the stuff that's been put out there, you know, whether it's on the news or on the computer, it's popping up on the phones. I mean, I just don't understand how even older people, like old people, would know about Diddy. My mom is like, what? 80 and she knows about Diddy. You see what I'm saying? But the jury process is, you know, just like he's saying, you know, they do ask all these questions. That you go in there and talk to the judge. They do have you fill out this questionnaire. If you put anything, I don't want to be saying stuff on live. Okay, but if you do any, like say for example, if any one of those people would have said, yeah, I have a problem with, because I was in domestic violence or whatever the case is, or my sister was involved in it or whatever, and yes, I won't be able to, you know, be fair, you know, then they would have excused that person. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, the questionnaire is the key if you are going to be, you know, up for consideration to be, you know, in the jury, point blank. He said that a lengthy trial may be a win for Diddy. I don't know how much information his defense team has, you know, to prove that this is not as it seemed. You know, honestly, I hope they do, you know, because, you know, with all these witnesses, then you just heard him say Michael B. Jordan in Shrek, dude. Is that the dude for Shrek? Austin, no. Wait a minute, didn't he used to play Shrek too? He didn't play Shrek, but was he in that movie too? But we know he was Austin Powers. So what's going on there? You know what I'm saying? That's tripped out. You know what? We talked about some potential witnesses anyway, because we kept on asking, where are the people that also, I'm not going to say engaged, but, you know, just associated with this. We're going to put that. All right. Where are those people at? So we may be seeing some of these people, you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and finish listening to Perez. Go ahead and talk and stuff. He'll be up here for at least another 6 minutes. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish watching him. Okay, okay. Thank you. I'm gonna tell those names in 1 second. Let's finish listening to this dude. Okay, let's go ahead. Hold on. Thanks, Shemaine.
A lot of people are probably going to try to use the work excuse. Several prospective jurors have said that they saw either an image or the video of the hotel security camera footage of Diddy viciously attacking his ex-girlfriend Cassie at a hotel in Los Angeles. And at a pre-trial hearing, it was already determined that that footage will be admissible in court at this trial.
Okay, let's stop this one time, because we already talked about this, because I've been covering this case for the longest. But we already, hey Tishas, what's up? What's up? Happy and blessed new week. Now we already talked about this. We've been talking about this for the longest. Okay, we already know that they are going to be watching Cassie's tape. Now remember, his attorney, Mark Agnafilo, he wanted to try to get that inadmissible in court, but they wouldn't go for that. They said this tape will help the jury see, what this man is all about. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's fair, but I guess it is. I don't know. I don't think that's fair to use something that old, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it is, and then we already believe, and I think we did confirm that Cassie will be up there, testifying against Diddy. Let me give you guys some more names that the jurors was asked if they are familiar with these people. Okay, he already said Michael B. Jordan. Y'all should have guessed Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Mike Myers, and other celebs. Now, let me tell y'all straight up. I gave y'all a list some months ago, probably a year ago, all right? And I remember seeing Kid Cudi name up there. Now, what's new to me is this Mike Myers stuff, all right? That is crazy. You said Diddy messed up by paying Cassie after she already snitched on him. Why pay if she snitched already and the non-disclosure agreement is voided when it comes to criminal activity, right? And the thing about it, what I don't understand, when people know they have done something crazy and someone is trying to extort you, maybe, or they're just asking for money and they won't talk, right? Why can't they go ahead and pay and then, have an agreement signed, some kind of agreement signed that they won't, reveal anything else to the media? And that, even if you have to let them sign something that say you did not do anything and it was consensual in order to get that money, you know what I'm saying? They got to start thinking smart. That is crazy, because she got that money, okay, from this dude, all right? And then just magically, after all these years, now the video was released. Why wasn't it released a long time ago? Why now? So I believe that, all of this was planned, and they knew what they were going to do. Okay, point blank. Tissue said, then they released the hallway video and the public believed the rest based off the video and all the baby oil. That baby oil something, man. That was a trip. You know what I'm saying? All that baby oil and shit. What was he doing with all that baby oil, you guys? Put it in the chat. What do you guys think he was doing with that baby oil? Jermaine said it may have just been a question to see how much jurors are familiar with pop culture. I wouldn't read too much into it at this point. Okay. I thought about that. It could be that. You know what I'm saying? It could be. But I don't understand how people could not or would not know about Kanye West, probably even Kid Cudi and Michael B. Jordan, okay, and Mike Myers, because he was on in Austin Powers, and other things. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's see. So they were given a list of at least 190 celebs and public figures and asked to indicate which names they recognize, okay? And like you said, they did ask, have they ever experienced any type of SA, sexual assault, or the domestic violence thing, or rape or anything like that, okay? So let's see here. So they said it is unclear how the names on the list relate to the Combs trial, if at all, just like Jermaine said. They said Combs is known to have hosted big Hollywood parties, and some of those celebs probably were there, and that's why their name is on the list. much like the other list I gave you guys. But some of those people, I think that was that Jeffrey Epstein thing, they could have just been at his little party or just, did some business with him or whatever the case is. It doesn't necessarily mean that they did anything criminal. So let's see what they're saying right here. So they said that the prosecutors believe that Kid Cudi, for one, is the victim of a car, bombing, committed by Combs in 2011. All right. Hey, who knows? They may be even bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to read tissues. You literally have to be under a rock to not hear about the Diddy case since he was promoting like Epstein Part 2. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how they could get people and they just don't know about Diddy. So other names listed include Destiny's Child singer Michelle Williams, and we know that this is just a list because we know good and daggone well she, you know what I'm saying? Lauren London. They got actor, they mean actress, singer Don Richard, we know who that is, singer, producer Dallas Austin, and many of Combs' family members. So they said a surprising number of potential jurors indicated that they were not familiar with any of these names. Then they must be like 80 or 70 or something, because I just do not understand how nobody knows who Lauren London is or Destiny Child singer Michelle Williams is. Like I don't see it. Even if I was old as ever, I think I would know who these people are. Okay, so they said, like they just said, the jurors were given the option to discuss sensitive or either personal questions in a private sidebar with just the judge, court reporter, and 2 attorneys from each party. Okay. Now, like they said, Combs' trial is expected to last at least 2 months. Okay. And this jury selection will go on until May the 12th. So May the 12th, basically a week, okay? And they also said that is when opening arguments will likely happen. Now, as you guys know, Combs is facing 5 counts, including 1 for racketeering, 2 for X trafficking, and 2 for transportation to engage in the P word. Now, if he is convicted on any or all counts, Combs could spend the rest of his life in prison. So if he is convicted of any, okay, he can be innocent on the other 2 and guilty on the other one, he is still facing life in prison. All right. So Combs need to be cleared and said innocent, not guilty, because that doesn't really mean that you're innocent. It just means that they don't have enough information, to support their claim. Okay. So if it's proven that he's not guilty, then he'll be free. But if he gets even one of those charges, life in prison, that's what he basically could get. And since he did not accept that plea deal, okay, that's probably what they will aim for. Life, mandatory, life. Okay, so that means Combs is really going to be looking great, really looking like he's worried, because he's going to be spending the rest of his life behind bars or I don't know where they keep them at, in a special cell area. I don't know. But anyway, it's not going to be good. Okay. Now, they said since 2023, Sean has been hit with more than 70 civil lawsuits. I think Perez just said 100, didn't he? I don't know for sure. Okay. Be careful. Accusing him of actual misconduct ranging from rape to X trafficking. All right. Those lawsuits are separate from this federal trial. Okay, you guys, which will likely feature testimony from high profile figures such as his ex-girlfriend Cassie. And probably Dawn Richards is probably going to be up there testifying. I'm just thinking who's going to be up there. But what really would be the shocker if some of these people that they think, I'm not saying no names, something crazy happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? That would be really a daggone shocker, wouldn't it? Wow. Now, they did say federal prosecutors say they have interviewed more than 50 witnesses and they have recovered evidence from over 100 laptops. So y'all, when y'all think y'all are slick and y'all doing all this shit, trying to erase hard drives and all this shit, hey, they got a way to find it out. I mean, they got over 100 laptops, cell phones, and other electronic devices that paint Combs as a serial abuser who led a vast criminal network held together by assistants, and I'm sure they're going to be up there, security guards, and other employees who kept quiet for years. So you know what? Jermaine may be right when he said that they may have offered them a deal and they may be testifying against him. So the charges in the indictment stem from alleged crimes that span from 2004 to 2024. How many years is that? Is that 20 years? Yes. Hold on for a second. Now, Combs has denied all of these allegations. It has insisted that all these activities, these extra activities were consensual. And like I said before, his team of lawyers better have proof that everything was consensual. You know what I'm saying? That's what they better have. Because otherwise, if they don't, I can see him spending the rest of his time in daggone prison. Because, I mean, and then I'm asking, if you know that you committed crimes, why wouldn't you not accept a plea deal? I had read that some people said he would have got less than 5 years. I'm not sure if that's the truth, but that's what they claim. Okay. So let's see here. So they said Diddy is not backing down, that he believes he can convince a jury he's innocent in the ex-trafficking trial. Like I said, he possibly could if he has the supporting evidence or proof to show it, okay, to back that up. Let's see. So they did say he is rolling the dice in court. He's planning to take the stand in his own defense. So he's going to get up there, at least that's what they claim, and take the daggone stand. And this is a close source. And they told Hollywood Insider that. And they also said that Diddy is confident. He believes he can convince a jury he's innocent. He said he wants the world to hear the truth, his truth. I hope he's right. They said he does not want to hide behind lawyers. He's still the master of the mic, and he thinks the jury will believe him over anyone else. If Sean's team, let me say this again. If Sean's team has that supporting evidence to prove, to back up what Diddy says, then hey, you just never know. Okay. Now, after rejecting a plea deal, Combs is reportedly gearing up to expose everything. Okay, from his controversial life to what he argues are fabricated accusations driven by opportunists in the media. They said, however, his game plan might not be the best strategy. Now, remember, this is from a source. This is allegedly, okay? So we will see. A former legal consultant said there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Getting on the stand can be dangerous. Prosecutors will go after him hard. But you know what? He's been sitting in that cell for a long time. If I'm sure I know he had to be in there practicing. You know what I'm saying? Because I would. And so he should be able to answer anything they ask him with confidence if he thinks he's innocent, So another source said that Sean is betting everything on himself. In a classic Diddy faction, he thinks he is going to win. And clearly he must, because he rejected that plea deal. He rejected. Okay. So let's see what else we got over here. All right, let's see here. So Tissue said Michelle was the church girl one. Why is she at a Diddy's party? But you know what? It doesn't mean she was at a Diddy's party, or she could have been at a Diddy's party with the other Destiny's Child people, you know, the all white party. So she was probably there. She probably didn't go to anything else. And, you know, just because you go to church and you're a church girl, it doesn't mean that you cannot attend parties as long as you're not, you know, getting intoxicated or doing any other weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? She probably went with her girls, you know, her group people, Destiny Child, the rest of them. So just because their names are listed right there, or the judge asked them about them, it doesn't mean that they did anything illegal. All right. Okay. So let's see what else Perez is saying. Then we're going to go on with the rest of this.
Another potential juror works for Simon and Schuster in the marketing division, and they recently released "Do You Believe Me Now" by Al B. Sure. Al B. Sure is the father of one of Kim Porter's children, whom Diddy raised as his own. And yes, in this new book, Al B. Sure spills lots of Diddy-related tea. After a brief discussion about the contents of the book, it is agreed that this juror should be excused.
Sure, cool.
And it's all 6 degrees of separation today. You have to remember, this federal lawsuit is taking place in Manhattan. New York City is the media capital of the world. And one of the potential jurors works for HBO. If you weren't aware, earlier this year, HBO released The Fall of Diddy, a documentary all about him. Diddy's lawyer objected to this potential juror's inclusion, but Judge Subramanian overruled the objection for now. The juror can remain in the mix and will not be excluded. Like I said, there are no cameras in the courtroom, but we get this sketch of Diddy, and as you could tell, he is looking very different with lots of salt and pepper all over his beard and head. Being locked up has definitely aged him.
As the
day went on, even more and more potential jurors revealed to the judge that they had seen the Cassie Hotel video. Yay, awful that it happened, but they might say they can be impartial. But if you saw that, you're gonna say he's guilty,
right?
Because he most likely is. However, telegraphing their defense at a pre-trial hearing, Marky Mark and company said that everything Diddy did with all of the alleged victims was consensual, and that being a swinger is not illegal. At least one jury member even brought up the baby oil. Another prospective juror referenced that they had liked a video on social media in which a comedian joked about Diddy. Quote, "I remember liking it because I thought it was funny," said the juror, who the judge decided was qualified after they said they would be able to put the video aside and be impartial. More potential jurors were dismissed, and then at one point today, Diddy asked the judge for a short bathroom break. He said, quote, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today." Why are you nervous if you're so sure you're innocent? Maybe he's not so innocent. If found guilty, Diddy is facing a lifetime behind bars. Fingers crossed. And perhaps one of the biggest takeaways, every single potential juror so far has seen headlines about this case prior to today. Understandable. He was a very famous person for many decades, and his atrocities definitely got a lot of people talking. And I will continue to talk about this and the trial. So make sure you're following me and come back for more. Until then, thoughts on today's latest developments? Let's discuss in the comment section.
Okay.
Let's go. Hello, my friend.
We're gonna stop Perez crazy ass. All right. And we're not gonna discuss these people comments. We're gonna discuss what we want to. Let me go over here. But we will leave him up here. Okay. Let's go back over here. So I forgot what he said, you guys, honestly, but the domestic violence thing, that tape, that video, like we just said, it is gonna, probably, I'll say it probably will influence some of those jury people. Okay. I mean, I just really don't see how that could not influence them. This is why his attorney, Agnafilo, was trying to get it dismissed. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know that, the jury will look at that, and some of those will, they will use that to determine if he's guilty. Because listen, if he would do all of that to Cassie, they probably would believe he did these things that people are accusing him of. But even with that being said, they still, the prosecutors still have to have that evidence to support everything that they're accusing him of. And if Diddy's team has evidence that proves otherwise, it's going to be a hot ass mess. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying here. You said if no kids involved, I think Diddy innocent. All those adults involved could have left. They are shaming him about being the byword. Okay. And Jermaine said, free Diddy. You said Diddy should be locked up for a few things, but this is not one of them. Okay, so Tissues, what do you think Diddy should be locked up for? Because I know what you're probably saying. Oh my gosh. And you know what? What's surprising is that I don't hear anything mentioned about that. If you guys know what I'm talking about. That's what they should have been going after. Because honestly, let's keep it real. Do you guys think he had anything to do with y'all know who? In the other one too, the two that were beefing in the 90s and got unalive, 97, 96. I think those are the right years. You said right, those shiny, trashy bag outfits he used to wear in the 90s. Yeah, and exactly, G. Every time he said, take that, he should get a month in jail. Take that. Y'all crazy as hell. But anyway, let's see here. Hold on, let's see. So they did say a psychologist will testify about DB, domestic, at Diddy's trial. And the reason this matters is because a superseding indictment filed April the 3rd, the third revised indictment following an amended indictment in January and a superseding indictment in March, added 2 additional counts to the 3 from its original charging, one of ex-trafficking and one of transportation to engage in the P word. Okay, so that's why that matters. And as you guys already know, racketeering is the participation in an illegal scheme under the Racketeer Influence in Corrupt Organization Statute, or RICO. Okay, and it's as a way for the U.S. government to prosecute organizations that contribute to criminal activity. You can also use RICOs on people too, okay, depending on what they did. So here it is. Using that RICO law, it is typically aimed at targeting multi-person criminal organizations. Prosecutors allege that Combs coerced victims, some of whom they say were ex-workers, and he coerced them through intimidation, allegedly, and narcotics to participate in those freak-offs. And they said those freak-offs sometimes lasted a long time. And the prosecutor said they do have videos of that. And the reason why they know it also, the reason why they know it lasted a long time, another reason is because they were giving IVs. they said that some of the employees or whatever, security too, were walking around doing IVs, giving them fluids and whatever else was in that, and putting on baby oil. No, they just saying they probably were okay with the baby oil. I don't know about the baby oil, but they were, allegedly they were walking around with the IVs, giving them IVs and stuff like that. And they was like, they was exhausted because of all of the, actual activities that they were engaged in at these freak-offs. And since they were probably intoxicated or high, they just kept on doing that and doing it until they just couldn't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you said that the feds always overcharge. That's why they almost always win. Oh, wow. So we're not going to go over these civil cases, okay? So in here, we're looking at, they say, could Diddy go to jail? And they say yes. And they said that if he is convicted on the, what charge, the RACKETEERING charge, he could face life in prison. Now, they said now the statutory minimum sentence for X trafficking is just 15 years, and for transportation to engage in, is a maximum of 10 years. That's why it's good to read different sources, because the other one said, life for every single charge. So that's not correct. It's just a life for the racketeering charge. So if he's not found guilty on that, and just say he's found guilty with the X trafficking, he can just get up to 15 years. A minimum of 15 years. So they could go higher. And then for the other one, transportation to engage in a P word, it's a minimum of 10 years. But you know what? They're going to have a lot of daggone proof to prove that one. The transportation to engage in P. I mean, then again, it just depends, because he talks too damn much. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. But that X trafficking and that one, you would think, though, that they would have to have, a lot of proof for that, because it's kind of hard if a person is hiding that under something else. If he did it like in a slick way where you can't really tell. But those witnesses, though, some of those people are probably testifying. Okay? And it just depends on if the jury believes them. And since they're seeing that they're going video, though, I don't know, because, a lot of people think if you're beating the crap out of a woman like that, all these other charges, what these people are claiming, may be the truth. Okay? So that's going to be a trip. Let's see what else we got here. That is crazy. Let me see if they got any more names on here. Let's see. So I told you. So Michael Myers, the reason why his name was probably on that list is because he did attend with his wife a party hosted by Combs. It was called Greatest Party of All Time back in 2002. And that is the reason why his name was probably on there. And then Michael B. Jordan was photographed about 4 years later at some type of photo exhibit event hosted by Combs. So that doesn't mean, like I said, that these people did anything weird, okay? And then let's see here. And then Kid Cudi is because of that situation. You know what I'm saying? So again, just because you see these names, it doesn't mean that they did anything illegal. And we already know who Dawn Richards is. She used to be in that group, Danity Kane, and she did make some claims about him. So she probably will be on that stand testifying against him. And I'm pretty sure, some other people are going to be up there too testifying, like some of his former employees of security, chefs, all types of people. You know what I'm saying? Even friends, you just never know. Because as you see, everybody has basically, turned their back on him. So some of these people, they know they did some illegal activities just to make sure they stay free. They're going to tell. And that's why you got to be careful who you do things with. Okay, well, I got to show y'all this. Let me just save this for later. This is crazy. Yeah, hold on. So I mean, that's why you can't be doing shit, you guys. Okay, let's see what else we got right here. Because we need to hurry up. Because I don't got that long. Let's see here. Let's see if we got anything else new. Because hold on, you guys. Let me see what else they got. So remember, when that judge is questioning all these potential jury people, they're questioning them to see if they are eligible to be a juror. Okay. And you know, I was like picked, but they sent me the notification to come to be on in the jury, but I was just on standby, thank God, because I didn't want to go. But my actual daughters, when they sent them one, they actually went in and was questioned, and they went in that room like they said they do, you know, and they did all of that, and they had to answer a questionnaire. My other daughter, she got out of it because she told them she had a job interview. She was trying to find a job. My youngest daughter, I don't know, she just didn't answer a question right or whatever the case is. So, you know, because they be asking you weird questions. Can you, like, you know, say certain, can you do certain things? And if you say no, or if you think it's going to be a problem, then you're automatically eliminated. So, yeah, I'm glad they never brought me in for questioning, though, because I don't want to be up on no jury. So let's see what else they got. So they say their goal is to get through all of these jurors in about 3 days, okay? So in about 3 days, which is by Wednesday, let's hope that they have all the people that they need. All right, let's see. So as we know, on May the 2nd, when Combs had his final court hearing, he confirmed he turned down a potential plea deal. Now, we don't know exactly what that plea deal entailed. I did hear some sources claiming it was 5 years. I don't believe that. Okay, but I mean, if it was only 5 years, then clearly the feds may not have as much as we believe. Okay, because 5 years is not that long. If they actually have a lot of information and proof on this dude, why would they only offer, if that's true, 5 years? Why wouldn't they, you know, try to do a plea deal for 10? You know, if they know he could get life in prison because they have all this incriminating evidence that says that he was engaged in X trafficking, in transportation for the P word, in the racketeering. So I don't know if everything is what it appears to be. You know what I'm saying? If what I read was true. Okay. So let's see. In Dallas, Austin again, and Lauren London, they probably just went to one of their, you know, one of Sean's hosted events. Okay. And I'm pretty sure Michelle Williams did, especially with Destiny's Child. Okay. Let's see here. And they're going through this right here in this article too. So it is what it is. So they said that if all parties can agree on 45 jurors by the end of the May 7th section, the prosecution, which is Wednesday, right, in defense, will spend May the 8th and 9th, preparing for opening statements, which starts on May the 12th, okay? And like they said, they claim that Sean said that he is a little nervous. Perez said if he knows that he is innocent, why would he be nervous? Perez, people natural reaction is to get nervous, even if they are innocent. Okay, because just going through the process and also knowing that your life is in somebody else's hands, just because you think you're innocent, it may not be true. You see what I'm saying? Just because you think you're innocent, it may be some other type of information that people look at as not being so innocent. You see what I'm saying? So natural instincts and reaction would probably be to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? At least I would think so, you know. And we already did see his pictures. I can show you a bunch of them. You know, I can show it to you. Okay, real quick if y'all want to see them. It's 16 in the gallery, okay? So let's show y'all a few of them. I'm not going to show all of them. Damn. Let me stop the sharing real quick and then I'll show y'all that. So here's one right here. Okay, let me see what else we got here. Wait a minute. What the hell? Here's another one right here that he showed already. And as you can see, He's looking a little old, grayer, because the thing is, I don't know why people I almost said older. The thing is that I don't know why people don't expect for him to look older, because he is older. Okay, remember, the only reason why he was looking younger is because he was able to take care of himself, dye his hair, do all his moisturizing routines and things like that. If you were 55 years old and you couldn't do any of this, you would be looking old as well. Okay, so let's see. Here he is right here with his lawyer, I would assume. I think that is, let's see. No, that's the lead attorney. That is his lawyer. That's Brian Steele. Okay. And then right here, Diddy is turning around. Now, y'all do know you cannot take pictures in a federal court, and it will not be televised, and some other rules apply. Okay. So there he was sitting with his legal team at the start of his ex-trafficking trial in New York, May the 5th, 2025. All right. Look like he has on blue. Okay, these people know they look at me. All right. So here, U.S. District Judge Aaron Submaranian presides over Sean Diddy Combs' ex-trafficking trial in New York City. This is the courtroom. Obviously, we already know this. I'm just saying. Okay. So here, Diddy is just basically looking or observing the pool of potential jurors entering for his ex-trafficking trial in New York City. Okay. That's why I didn't want to be a part of the jury, because they can see who you are. Anyway, Sean Diddy Combs sits at the defense table here, and this is during his pre-trial conference. He's sitting next to Tenny G. I never can say her name, so you guys can see it if you can read it. Okay, that's who she is. I don't know. Giragos? I don't know. Or Gerwagos? I don't know. I mean, our English language is a hot ass mess, And then here, you got Sean Diddy Combs sitting with members of the defense team. You got Tenny here, Alexandra up here, another part of his defense team. Right here. And this right here was at a conference ahead of his trial today. This is in April the 18th. Okay, so that's it for these pictures. This is doing April different court things. This is when he had on that orange looking hot ass mess. You know what I'm saying? That was on April the 14th. I think this is at the let's see what this is at. That's at a hearing where he pleaded not guilty to an expanded federal indictment charging him with 5 criminal counts. And I already told y'all what those were, okay? So yeah, that's what those pictures are, those sketches, of him. And again, he does look thinner. He does look a little grayer, but I mean, that's as to be expected, because you can't really dye your hair unless you want to use coffee or something, coffee beans or some shit to dye your hair. And honestly, he probably really don't give a damn, because he's pretty much, trying to figure out how he can get out of that damn prison, that jail, and don't go to prison. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I just didn't want to say that up here. I know, because I've been, like I said, they chose me twice. Well, actually 3 times. But you know what I did? I'm up here thinking, because I told them that I was sick, right? You know what these people said? Okay, they said, yeah, we can excuse you from the jury right now, and we'll see you another one in 2 or 3 months or something like that. And you know what? They definitely did, you guys. Damn, I was so glad that I was on standby. I did not know what to say, man, because I did not, I actually just didn't want to go. They don't pay that much. And then I did not want those people to see me up on that damn stand and then, thinking I'm saying guilty, and then have somebody come out and do some things. No. I don't know why they let these people see the jury people anyway, but I guess, they have to. But damn, can't they put the jury people like in a room, and then, you be on TV to see, everything else, and then you just make your decision, so the damn person that's going up, won't see who the jury people are, because sometimes these people be putting, what out on people. So no, in the case that my daughter went to, and she didn't answer the question right, it was like a murder charge, guys, with the cop. All right, so yeah, I don't want to be on those damn stands. No, I don't want to be up there. I don't. So hopefully they don't send me another one. Shit, every year they send one. I'm, you know what? Oh my gosh. You know what? They don't have my Addy, so I may not get it. Okay, I don't even think I got one last year because they did not have my Addy. So yeah. Anyway, you said they don't want a real jury. They pay you $25 for the day. Who would willingly stay confined for 8 hours for $25? Right. And guess what? If you're sitting there on standby, or even if they choose you, if you're sitting back there waiting to go up on that in there, you still don't get paid. Because like all the days I was on standby, I didn't get paid for that. Nope, sure didn't. Because I mean, damn, yeah, you can still go to work, but damn, if they call you, you have to stop working and go in. They only pay you if you go on the actual stand. Okay, I was part of jury group, whatever. Like my daughters, they was part of the one that did get. Well, she didn't get picked because she told them she was going to have a job interview or something. And they give you groups that you're a part of anyway. Like I can't remember the group I was part of, but I still got my stuff. They're singing like a little yellow form. I showed you guys another video the form part of it. It's a trip, you guys. They don't pay shit. They need to be paying at least $75 a day. $75 a day, then people would do it. Because yeah, you would do it if it's $75 a day. And then give you some kind of lunch. You know what I'm saying? At least have some little sandwiches there or something. I don't think they do shit. I'm not sure. They may give you some type of food. I'm not sure because I didn't never go. Because I was on standby. But my daughters, they did. I don't know if they gave them lunch. I can't remember. But if they don't, they should give you a little lunch, and they should pay at least 75. And just say if they can't pay 75, at least pay 50. Y'all got to excuse me today. Remember, I was telling you guys every time I talk on live, I bite the side of my tongue. I know that's crazy as hell, right? I got to ask the dentist about that. I think my mouth may be out of line or something. So that's why I'm talking like that, and that's why I keep on making these bloopers, because it's hard to try to talk and I bite the side of your tongue. And I'm telling you, I have bit the shit out of my tongue. Every time I talk just about, I bite it. And then I need to put a piece of gum on it underneath my teeth. Let me try that. These damn razor teeth. I almost need to ask them to shave them down, but they be telling me no because they say they don't want to shave them down too far. Sometimes I get my teeth shaved, like my canines, because they be like vampire teeth. I'm not joking. Anyway, yeah, he's not exactly, but he is. Yep. I know they look tripped out. He could be, it is. They could be. You never know. I mean, Tisha, you could be right. I was thinking something like that too. You said only way I want to be a jury is if it were some defendant like Diddy. That way I could write a book about it someday. Yeah, later on you can't write it, no time soon. Yeah. When I used to go to college and I was in the law, trying to be in the law, I was majoring in law, right? I went to a trial in Cleveland where a police officer unalived his wife. Okay, I sat in. I wasn't part of the jury. When you in the law program, they let you sit in, or not in the courtroom itself, but you could see them out there, like look through a window, a glass or something, and I could see them and you can hear them as well. And this police officer, I can't remember exactly how he unalived his wife. We didn't see the whole thing either, but it was a police officer who unalived his wife. And I think they were on a boat. I can't remember. It was a hot ass mess though. So you see some crazy shit, man. It's some crazy people out here. If I could look up that case, I would look it up. That was like way back in I don't know, early 90s or something. I don't know. It was a long time, late 80s. It was a long time ago. I know that. He unalived his wife. He sure did not. They got Diddy looking hot ass mess right here back in October the 10th. 2024. Man, who the hell is this with these glasses on over here? These people, oh my goodness, hold on. Now this look tripped out. We need to use this picture right here. No, I'm just look at the person back there looking like Frankenstein and shit. And the one with the glasses on, man, look like something out of the 70s and one of those bad 70 movies. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, oh man, that's the trip. I know that's right, shit. Like, I don't think they give you lunch. I'm not sure. I don't think they do. Okay, I just don't. So a lot of those jury people was excused, okay? because obviously for whatever reason, they probably was happy, I mean, because I damn sure would have been. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. All right, let's see. All you got to do is say you saw him already doing some things, or you know who these people are, or anything like that, But anyway, let's see what else we can find real quick, because I got about another 10 minutes, then we got to get out of here. Let's see. So basically, I think I just told you everything, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you about this daggone jury selection. Let's see. So y'all already know they saw the video of him, assaulting Cassie. And they even heard a comedian joke about the baby oil. Okay. So yeah, they're just basically going back over exactly what we just said. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's day 1, you guys. And y'all know tomorrow I'm going to come back with day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and just etc. Okay, until they find out who the jury people are, and then when the trial actually begins, we're going to be covering this as best as we can, giving you guys all the updates and whatever else we can give you. Now let me go check TikTok and see if we have any more information that's not been uncovered. Yeah, it looked like Frankenstein mama sitting up there in that damn jury. I mean, in that damn courtroom. And the other lady with them damn glasses on and that damn hair looking like somebody in one of those 70 movies and shit. And they got Sean looking a hot ass juicy mess. And that's on everything. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Woo. Whoever sketched that need to go back and sketch it again. Woo. That was a hot ass juicy mess. So let's see if we can find anything else right here real quick. They basically repeating the same thing, you guys. The same thing. We can see the team arriving in court. Okay, let's see that real quick. So we will see the team arriving in court. Let me go ahead and share this first. Let's look at the team coming in real quick, since we couldn't do a live thing. Let's see them come in. We're going to look at them coming in. I mean, like we really care, but let's just look at them anyway, okay? Just to make it interesting. Okay, look, we can see them right there walking in. Oh, let me turn this down. That's Sean Diddy's Combs, Brother Love, Diddy, Puff Daddy, Mr. Combs, Sean Combs. What else? Did I miss anything? Take that. Baby Oil Man. Okay, wait a minute, I forgot the Diddler. What else? I don't know. That's the team coming in, you guys. I guess the defense team and the prosecution. I guess. I don't know. He said free Diddy. That's Sean's team. Mr. Combs' team. All right. Well, that's them. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Diddy greeting his attorneys and stuff. All right, smiling and shit. So she got inside the courtroom. Let's see what she said real quick, okay? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what she said.
Trial. Combs will be present in a New York court this morning.
She got inside.
Multiple charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky is there at the court for us. Good morning, Aaron.
Is this the same lady? Let me make sure I'm playing the right one, because it looked like something different. Here's the one we need to play right here.
Jury selection.
I guess it is the right one, I guess.
Trial.
Let me go up. She said she got in here. This looks like the other one, though. I don't see her video. I don't want to see this one here. This is the one I was trying to get. And I don't know why it keeps on going on that one. Let me click on this and see if it'll go on hers. These are the people waiting outside the court. This couldn't be true.
What time do you want to do it to? Or you can if you want. If not,
on the other side.
Let's see what these people talking about.
9:30 when p.m.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, they wanted to
Was
see
there
the
anyone
courtroom?
else here at 9:30 p.m. or just you?
No, there was another one, 6:30.
6:30 p.m. Wow. And what time did you get here? At what time? At midnight. Okay. And what number were you in line?
Oh, crazy.
Wow. So yeah, the line starts pretty early. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you get paid for that?
Depends on
Shut up.
in this case, this was 32 an hour.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, but generally,
This could be his trial.
Generally, it's 25 an hour.
What? Wait a minute, stop this. Diddy trial paid line holders to wait outside court. Going rate is 25 to 32. Hell, I should have been there. The waiting line. This is in LA. I should have been down there to wait in line for him. Goodness. That's crazy.
Hey everyone, so I'm
Oh, here we
outside
go.
the building of the courthouse. So I was just inside and listening to all the juror selections of Sean Diddy Combs'
$25 to $30 an hour.
case,
Come on.
and it's just crazy. It's just amazing. I've been meeting a lot of people, a lot of press. There was a lot of press in the courtroom. Unfortunately, I did not go to the main courtroom because of the capacity, but I was in a selection part of the main office, the courtroom, and it was great. The only sucky part was I was told 2 months ago before I came into New York that we will see video of Sean Diddy Combs and Otto, but it was just all Otto and it was no video of Sean Diddy Combs, which was disappointing. But the selection of hearing the judge and the defense attorney and then the lawyer and hearing the jury's questions, pardon me, is just amazing. So I just went outside to take a break because it was a long process to get in to the courtroom.
So it's in New
luckily
York.
It went fast, and I just met an amazing person from TikTok, Samson. And anyone don't know him, I'm going to take a picture of him so you guys believe me. Think I'm not making this up, but it's just really amazing just to see the process and how everything goes, and it's just amazing. So I'm going to keep you updated, and I'm going to talk more about this video about the Sean Diddy Combs upcoming trial, and I'm going to give you all my inputs and my perspectives. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon.
You know what, y'all? That's good. See, that's the other dude I just showed y'all. That's them too, okay? That's good. That they were able to actually, go to the actual trial. Okay, that's some good news reporting and all that type of stuff, and they probably get donations and all that too to be able to support that trip. So that's good when you have a large enough following of people that can help support you when you need to go there and be there, in person to bring back information, to your viewers. That's really good. You can do that. Yeah. I don't know how many people she has watching her channel or the other dude, but it's probably pretty large and stuff. I still can't believe they pay people to stand in line $25 to $32 an hour. That's crazy, man. So yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. We talked about everything. I'm pretty sure we covered everything. Tomorrow I'll come back again, letting you guys know early, and then just do an hour and 10-minute live, just to let you guys know. Or if I can do it quicker, I can do it then too, to keep you guys, abreast of everything. Let me stop this. Let me go back over here to our channel. Yeah, and to keep you guys informed and everything. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. You said, she's head wrong. She's head wrong with that forehead. She's headstrong, always head over heels. You are so crazy. Tissues. You said these people don't have a life. This is disturbing. Hell, I mean, I'm clearly I must not have a life, because if I was like in New York, I may want to stand in line for him. My ass be so busy I wouldn't even have time to. But then again, I mean, I may if it's not freezing, if I don't have anything else to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, it's kind of hard to be sitting out there in that line like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So we just went over everything, guys. I don't know what else to say. This is day 1, day 2 tomorrow, and I will come back and let you guys know what happened inside that courtroom. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back tonight with a night owl live. And tonight, guys, I'm telling you straight up, we got a lot of stuff that we are going to be talking about tonight. I got some updates on, let me see. So look, tonight I got, first of all, a humanoid robot goes off. It snaps and attacks factory workers. Okay, y'all, I told y'all leave these damn robots alone. And then if I get any more additional information on Diddy, something that we didn't hear about, I'll let you guys know that. And let's see what else. Little Dirk's lawyer clarifies misinformation in his Fed case. Okay. And the lady who called the kid the N-word she's getting even richer. All right. Yeah, I would, Jermaine. Maybe. And I got a warning for people who are left on antidepressants for a long time, what it could be doing to you. And I don't know if I told you about the Def Jam ex-president. I think I did. I don't know if I did or not, but maybe I'll just put that in there somewhere. I don't know. And then Mano is surprised by Shannon Sharp's lawsuit after he thought podcaster was GAY. So we're going to be talking about all that stuff tonight and whatever else, guys. So make sure y'all come back late tonight for Night Owl Live. I'm going to try to come here at 8 o'clock to do it between 8 and 8:30, somewhere around that time. No later than 9. Y'all know I'll be working. I'll try to do that. And we will do our regular Night Owl talk time with some crazy ass news and stuff. And I'm definitely going to finish covering that lady who called the little 5-year-old the N-word. I almost said the word on damn live, guys. Dang. You know, you got to watch that stuff here on YouTube. All right. What you say? God live. You mean good, boy? You need to learn how to type and see too. I think you better go get you some glasses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. But anyway, y'all, thank you to Tissues for being here. That's why I be doing these day ones so he can come in. And then Jermaine, because Jermaine want me to do the day ones too at times, because nighttime we don't need to do it that long. You know, he be at work, he has to work. And then sometimes I have time to do it in the daytime before I go to work. All right. Thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Y'all, make sure y'all check out those other videos I did on Carmelo Anthony. A lot of comments, you guys. All right. It's a hot ass mess. People cannot stand if you go against what they think is right. Okay. What you heard the key term. Go against what they think is right. Maybe tonight I'll answer some of you guys' comments that you wrote or your questions or, you know, your statements you made. Maybe I'll answer some of those tonight because y'all be doing too much in that comment section on those videos. Stop hating, y'all. Stop choosing people based on race too and do what's right. All right. But we'll talk about that tonight too. Trust me, we really will. All right. So you said, can you believe that Karen got $600,000 for saying N-word and these racists mad at people giving money to Anthony? Right. And that's why we're going to be talking about it later tonight. And I may even tackle it, you know, after I talk about the jury selection day 2 on Diddy. But I don't know, because I really just want to leave his video straight for Diddy. But we will talk about that one day this week as well in the daytime, because Tissue, I know you be sleeping at night and stuff. And we're definitely going to tackle it tonight. All right, guys. So thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. I got to get ready to get out of here. You guys have a blessed day. Check out my other videos. I did some Dollar Tree / Walmart / did I put Walmart in the thumbnail? I think I forgot. / Burlington / at home store / Daisyo at Amazon shopping haul. I've been going to a lot of stores, you guys. And I also put up a Country Rain reaction video yesterday. So check that out if you are into Country Rain. If you're not, go check out those skits. Those are pretty entertaining. I can't wait to see the ones today. And then I'll do a reaction video tomorrow and put it up. And then I did a YouTube short with the I did a YouTube short showing people some decor for the kitchen. And then I did another one on TikTok showing the top 8 things you can buy at Dollar Tree, inexpensive ass store. All right. So what you say? You said it was a typo, Buzzard. I'm doing 3 things at one time. I'm not on here participating in the public, you know what, of an innocent man. I'm gonna let you and Tissue get away with all this stuff today. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a rush. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. Because I'm in a rush just today. I got to get ready to get out of here in less than 15 minutes. So it is what it is, okay? But 600,000 is crazy. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all support a grown, rusty ass witch of a lady. Even though she called a little 5-year-old the N-word. Y'all need y'all asses whipped. And that's on everything. And I mean that. All right. But you guys see what a lot of these people support. Okay? That's what you see. Because there is no way I would give any black person any money, you know, for calling a white kid the C word or the H word or the C D word or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't do it. It's not cool. You are crazy. You said G Diddy going to slip through those jail bars after he sprinkled baby oil or himself. Y'all crazy, man. You say you better run. All right. Yeah, he gonna have to put a lot of baby oil on himself, honey. But you know what? If he gets convicted, he may need to keep that baby oil because he may need to use it inside of there when he say, take that, or either they say, take that, take that, take that, take that. And they do that little dance where they, you stand still and you go in and out, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. Let me see. I'm so damn stupid. Hold on. So you can go, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. They're going to be going in and out, take that, take that, take that. That's what he's going to be doing. Ah, man, it's a trip, y'all. It's a trip. When I get this room straightened up, the background done, I'm going to get on camera every now and then so I can be acting crazy with y'all asses. Like in the beginning, not too long, because I'm camera shy, I'll really mess up then. I'll be laughing and shit, thinking about y'all watching me and stuff. But, like when I come in, I'm going to come in like Ellen and be dancing and shit. And then I go, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. Okay? Oh my gosh, man. But anyway, guys, I'll see y'all later on. Have a good day. Y'all keep on leaving all these messages. Let's see. Okay, I think y'all done. All right, y'all. Don't forget the thumbs up. All right. Don't forget the thumbs up. Make sure y'all do that. Go in there, thumbs up right now. All right. Tissues, you crazy. It also make sure that you hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Hey, turn it off and turn it back on so you can make sure you're still getting the notifications, okay? Also, if you are not subscribed, you are missing out on some great content and some fun, especially when I be doing those YouTube shorts. Y'all, when y'all see this next video, since I'll put it up soon, I can't even talk right. I'm going to try to do that dance my daughter be doing. She be touching. Y'all, I'm gonna do it off of my goodies. It's my goodies. Ow. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna do the tutting off. Y'all gonna be laughing y'all ass. It's like a parody, okay? Because I can't tut, but I'm gonna do it and try to pretend to know how to do it. It's fun because I did it earlier, but I wasn't dressed. I was looking a hot ass mess, so I definitely wasn't gonna get on camera looking like that. Okay, so I'll do that soon. All right, and what else? Oh. If y'all want to show additional support for this channel, y'all can do a super sticker of any amount. You can do a super chat of any amount. You can copy yourself a membership for $4.99. And the reason why I haven't done anything else on the membership side, because there are only 2 people. See, Jermaine bought a bunch of memberships, but people didn't keep it up. So, so it is what it is. All right. And if you don't want to do the membership, you can also do the Cash App donation to $Shades2. Remember, these donations, guys, are used to help pay for things like StreamYard, Video IQ, the programs to do these thumbnails, backgrounds, and whatever else that we have to pay for concerning this channel. You know why those 2 people were able to go to New York? Is because all the people that watched him made donations. A lot of people did, because I'm pretty sure they did not pay for plane tickets themselves. All right, so you got to do things like that if you want, people to do certain things. Y'all would have did that. I would have went to New York and saw it and gave y'all some, coverage like that. But you guys didn't do that, so it is what it is. All right. But anyway, I do, appreciate you guys' views and everything, and all your other support that you do. And thank you guys so much. You said Diddy is going to be found innocent, but he won't be ready to leave. I know he won't be, because that baby oil action. Is going to be very, 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 I can't even talk, persuasive. All right. Y'all, even though I got this gum on my back tooth, back here, my back tooth or teeth, hell, I'm still cutting my tongue, okay, on the side. I don't know why I do this shit. But anyway, I'll find out when I go to the dentist, because damn, my tongue is going to be hurting in a minute. But anyway, y'all, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. All right. Peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all later. And have a good day. And thank you so much. Thanks, Tissue and Jermaine, for being here. Okay, I appreciate you guys. All right, let's change all this stuff around, guys. Hey, did y'all like my new background? All this time I was talking, this shit wasn't up right here, okay? So thank you to everybody for being here. All right, like I said before, and if you cannot come back tonight for the night owl section, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live. Okay, day 2 of Diddy's jury selection. All right, and I do appreciate you guys. And until then, have a good day and a blessed night. This is Shay Stu, and I am out, you guys. Oh, this girl is a dodo bird. She was talking all that damn time, didn't even have this thing up. It does not even make any sense. All right, it just does. I'm surprised she can even do a damn show because she's so dodo birdish. All right, see y'all.